It is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the winner of this year's high school speech competition. But I did want to just firstly talk about how important this program is for the Robert Menzies Institute and our broader ambition to really get young people to engage with Australian history and really give them much more context into what is going on in our world today, in Australia today, and they will be the leaders in the next 20 years, and if they have a good grounding in where our country has come from, we can only hope that they will look after it for us in the future decades. For those of you who might have been at our gala dinner last month, you'll have heard me say this, that of the 90,000 students here in Victoria who are undertaking VCE, only 500 took the subject Australian history, which is under 1%, clearly, if you do your maths. So I really do think the Robert Menzies Institute has its work cut out for it in the years ahead to see those numbers lift. We work very closely with the History Teachers Association of Victoria in developing our schools program. Through a collaboration with HTAV, we have developed some curriculum materials for teachers to use in teaching Menzies-related history. We are also offering workshops, and Zach delivers a brilliant workshop on all manner of Menzies-related topics to teachers. We offer tours to school students in our beautiful museum and incursions. For those of you not familiar, that's where you go into the classroom rather than get them to come here. Much easier for teachers to organise. We offer those opportunities as well as broader opportunities for Victorian history students. But the challenge is for the next year and beyond to expand this nationally, and that's something that we are really, really keen to do. The idea behind a speech competition for high school students came about through discussions with teachers and HTAV to identify a way we could engage students, high school students, in a unique way. There are lots of essay competitions, but when it comes to speech competitions, outside of debating, there wasn't much on offer. So we saw a unique opportunity to engage with students in this way. But also, of course, the link with Robert Menzies. He was known for his oratorical skills. And I think Paul Kelly mentioned this in his speech. He was able to communicate uniquely well his political ideas and messages. And so we thought this was a wonderful opportunity to encourage students to engage with Menzies history, but also hone their public speaking skills at the same time. Robert Menzies said that one should aim at a simple, clear speech, and if you aim at that and achieve it, you will find that this will make a very great difference right through your lives. I think that is absolutely right. He was adept at that art of persuasion, clearly winning 8 elections. This year's speech competition had a focus on the ANZUS Alliance, and we asked students to submit speeches of 5 to 7 minutes on the topic, Even Great Powers Need Small Friends. I am very pleased to announce that this year's winner is Vasish Vaisreddy, a Year 10 student at Melbourne High School. He impressed the judges, of which I was one, with his speech-making skills and his incredibly well-argued and researched speech. He delivered it passionately and was a clear winner in our view. I'd like to ask Vasish to come to the stage now to receive his prize, but also to deliver his speech to you. And I'd also like to acknowledge his parents here, Vina and Ray, and teacher supporters too. And here's your prize. I'll leave them there for you. I'll move them.
So, picture this. The world teetering on the edge of a new era. a time when the traditional map of power was being redrawn, and nations both large and small were seeking their places within it. But amidst the giants of the globe, Australia, a nation not so large, yet brimming with spirit and resolve, reached out to join hands with two other nations, the United States and New Zealand, creating what we now know as the ANZUS Alliance. And the architect of this founding treaty was none other than Australia's longest-serving Prime Minister, Sir Robert Menzies. He understood with uncanny foresight that alliances are not just a matter of convenience, but of survival and strength in a complex world, encapsulated by the perspective that Australia cannot afford to be a passenger in a car driven by others. Such is the profound truth that resonates deeply with the theme that we're examining today. It highlights the importance of active engagement, autonomy, and the recognition that even smaller nations can make substantial contributions to the aspirations and interests of a greater power, while also maintaining their individuality as a nation and a cultural cohort. So, throughout his leadership, Menzies tirelessly championed Australia's involvement in actively participating in global affairs and shaping its own destiny, because he firmly believed that our country, despite its geographical distance and population size, should never settle for a passive role in international relations, which leads us back to the ANZUS Alliance. Recognising the need for Australia to forge a treaty that would safeguard its security and amplify its influence, he spearheaded the negotiations that led to the signing of this historic agreement in 1951. But what really is this ANZUS Alliance? The treaty uniting Australia, the United States, and New Zealand, as mentioned, is a means for sustainable and effective communication between the parties. It's contributed significantly to peace, stability, and democracy in the Asia-Pacific region. Now, Australia's participation in the United Nations-sanctioned coalition during the Gulf War in 1990 to 1991 proves said benefits of the ANZUS Alliance. Because in response to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait, Australia, alongside the United States and other coalition party members, joined the operation to help liberate Kuwait by providing resources and 1,800 troops, clearly depicting Australia's ability to give back while also maintaining a secure and safe space for its own people. Furthermore, Menzies understood that the strength of a great power lies not only in its military might, but in its ability to foster diplomatic relationships and build networks of trust. He recognised that alliances such as the ANZUS Treaty and so forth provide a platform for nations to come together, exchange ideas, and address common challenges. So the ANZUS Alliance, with its commitment to peace, security, and democratic values, has been a cornerstone of Australia's foreign policy for over 7 decades. It's allowed Australia to forge deep bonds of friendship with the United States and New Zealand, creating a network of support and cooperation that extends even beyond the realm of defence. Because Menzies' involvement in the treaty highlighted his astute understanding of the global power dynamics of the time. The Cold War was unfolding, and Australia was facing an increasingly complex geopolitical landscape. But by aligning with like-minded nations, Menzies sought to strengthen Australia's position on the international stage and ensure its security in a rapidly changing world. Also, Menzies' foresight in understanding the value of small friends has proven to be timeless, because in an interconnected world where no nation can afford to go it alone or face challenges alone, the significance of alliances and partnerships cannot be overstated. They provide avenues, as I said, for shared resources, intelligence sharing, and collective problem solving, ultimately fostering greater peace, prosperity, and democratic values. So importantly, the ANZUS Alliance is not just a relic of the past. It remains a vital force in promoting regional stability and addressing contemporary challenges. From combating terrorism to addressing climate change and promoting human rights, the Alliance has adapted to new global realities and continues to play a vital role in shaping the future. So as we reflect on Menzies' legacy and the importance of smaller friends in the context of a great power, we too must recognise the significance of alliances and partnerships in today's complex global landscape. Because we too, by working together, can share resources, intelligence, and engage in collective problem solving to foster our own greater peace and prosperity. The Alliance has shown its enduring relevance and its crucial role in shaping the future. But it is through our continued commitment to this alliance that we can continue to overcome the challenges that lie ahead and build a safer, more sustainable and effective Australia. So let us therefore stand shoulder to shoulder, united, reflecting on the pillar of Australian history that is Sir Robert Menzies, along with his will to propel Australia towards a future of not just collaborative success, but success as a nation small, yet willing and powerful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vasish. As you can see, it was very easy to select Vasish as the winner of this year's speech competition. And I mean, look, if that's the future, then I think we're in good hands.
Thank you.